Welcome to the Amitrace podcast, live at the STN National Conference in Tampa, Florida. We are at the Tampa Convention Center. Sarah, who are you and what do you do?
Okay, my name is Sarah Boretz, and I'm a member of I'm pleased to be a member of the STN board, and I've been on the board for about a year and a half. I am a retired fundraiser, so I come from a slightly different background, but fundraising is all about telling stories, and you don't make money unless you're telling a really good story. So a lot of these people, whether they realize it or not, are probably going to end up being in some area where there's going to be fundraising involved.
Absolutely, and we are here with our new podcast table set up, powered by the TriCaster Mini S. And why I asked you to sit down is you started talking about podcasts, and I want you to kind of tell me, you said you love podcasts. What do you love about podcasts?
Oh, I love that there is so much variety. I mean, that's the first thing I love, is that I listen to cooking podcasts and NPR podcasts and old-time radio and things like gossip podcasts and Hollywood and just about, whatever I'm interested in, there's a good chance I can find a podcast. And I like the fact I can bring it anywhere. I got my phone and my earbuds, and I'm taking a walk, I'm in the car, I'm cooking, I'm just doing stuff around my house. I got my podcast with me.
Excellent. And, it's funny because you talk about the voices and the storytelling. When it comes to high school students, I think that's something that has gotten lost in the last several years and is starting to come back. Do you think having a podcast in a school will help those students tell their stories better and more efficiently?
I think so, because I think sometimes they need some boundaries too. And podcasts have you're sitting at a microphone, you have a time limit, you have to do some preparation, and all of that will help them tell their stories. It'll also give them some really great experience for the real world. Because like I said, everything you do when you're in most jobs, you're telling stories.
Absolutely. And the most important thing for me as a former educator is that your students are actually talking to people face to face. They're looking across the table.
Exactly, and that has been lost by text, I think, a lot of it, but I think that's starting to come back. I know I'm from Los Angeles area, and they have banned cell phones during the day, all in the schools, in the LA City schools. And talking to a couple of teachers I know, they said, the kids are starting to talk more to each other. They said there's actually a little more conflict because they're actually paying more attention to each other, but it's been a boon for learning.
Excellent. So I want to transition to STN. Mm-hmm. So why are you here? Why are you on the STN board? Tell me that story.
I found out about it because the president and my husband happened to be on the same board. But when I found out what they were doing, which as we say, empowering the storytellers, I was fascinated because this is the way of the future. I mean, I come from another era where I used to read the morning paper, but that's not what's going to be in the future. And I really would like to, I'm excited to be involved with these students who I know are the future. And that to me is why I'm involved, because they are astounding what they do and how much passion and energy and that they have.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for taking a couple minutes and letting me harass you hard enough to get you on the podcast.
Well, I'm excited to be here, and we're happy to have you. And like I said, I know you're going to meet some wonderful, enthusiastic, and brilliant students. So
and we've already met a wonderful and beautiful and enthusiastic person. So thank you so much for your time.